Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this Handtied Bouquet series from Small Victories by Johanna Basford and using Polychromos pencils. We are on our very last row sadly today, so let's come in a little closer and have a look at this one that we're going to be focusing on, which is this one here. There we go. Now we have a little bit of a mix of flowers. I'm just having a look. So we've got 5 the same here and then some of these little cute ones and quite a variety of foliage. Some larger leaves on these and then some smaller ones and then some odd little bits and pieces as well. So it's quite fun selection of different things. What colour shall we start with? Well, we haven't done a purple for a while, so I'm thinking maybe we can use one of the slightly lighter purples just to get us going. I know a lot of people really like purple, so why not? This is actually called violet. It's a fairly lightish purple, I think. And I'm actually going to start with these little round ones. Now, I find them a little tricky to know what to do, so I tend to just block them in really with colour. And they can look quite pretty, just sort of sitting there as a little block of lovely colour. So I hope everyone's good today. I'm actually feeling good. It is, it's Monday morning and I've got my first day in the house to myself since before Christmas. Oh, a big package has just come through my letterbox. I'm just going to investigate. Hold on a moment. It was a rather nice package. There were 3 bits of junk mail and a letter from our water company, Severn Trent, something about insuring yourself against burst pipes or something. Anyway, but the package was actually a magazine called Positive News, which we were given a subscription for Christmas from father-in-law, so that was rather nice. I haven't opened it yet, but Positive News is a lovely idea where all of the articles are happy. You know, they might start with a sort of sad beginning, but there's a happy ending. So it might be somebody who's had problems and then used it to help others or something like that. A lot of it is environmental, you know, sort of tree planting projects or I don't know, things like that. So it's rather nice. Now I was thinking what colour to go with our violet. Let's do a little yellow in the middle to start with. Now I rather like an orange together with a violet. We've done that already. So I'm going to do that for my centre. So I'm going to use this dark chrome yellow, which is really quite orangey, and do that for the middles. And then not do that sort of colour flower as well. These are quite small, isn't it? It doesn't show up massively, but there we go. So we have next, what should we do? Well, we could do any colour really, couldn't we? Let's have a little look at what we've got and what we have and haven't done yet. It's quite nice to mix it up a bit, isn't it? And have some different sort of colours. Obviously we've used every colour, but we haven't used every shade of every colour. So I'm thinking we could go blue and keep this quite dark, but I'm not very keen on that idea, so I'm not going to do that. I'm thinking let's go light magenta. We haven't used the light magenta yet, and so we did go pink. Why not? So here is my light magenta, looking quite small. And I will try to make it a little darker here near the centre and lighten it off towards the tip. I may use another colour to help me, but we'll see how this looks when it's done. Okay, well I've obviously only done one petal, but doing all of them then we'll be able to tell. Yeah, so boys are back at uni today. Both of them due back about 6 tonight, so I have got the house to myself. So I'm going to make some videos and enjoy the fact that I can just do that at my leisure without worrying about noise and people and what's going on. I know they're both in their classes now, so that's all good. one son's got history of accounting or something first, and he apparently that's really dull. I said, "Oh, you actually like history?" He's like, "Oh, apparently they're a bad teacher." It's never good to not have them before. It's always bad when someone tells you that. It's better to decide yourself. And I sort of said to him, "Well, remember X teacher you had that you liked and everyone hated?" He said, "Oh, well, I hated them by the end." It's like, Anyway, so I was just trying to give him a bit more of a positive outlook, but never mind. And so he's got that. The other son, I'm not sure what he's got this morning. But anyway, something computery, I'm sure. I'm not sure. So anyway, they're all there in class anyway, despite every train being delayed, of course, and all those sorts of things going on. Apparently there was an overhead cable that came down between Reading and Swindon, so all the trains were delayed and they had to call at different places instead or something. It was all very complicated, but anyway, everyone got in. Husband isn't in work yet as far as I can tell, but he's on his way as well, so all is good. There we go. I'm going to just go around these and put a little bit more colour around the centre, and then I'm going to leave them. I don't think I want them going really dark. I rather like them like that. Yeah. Now the centres of these, I don't want to go, it's quite small. So trying to fill that gap with too much colour is going to be difficult. So I'm not going to go with more than one colour. Just going to grab this Naples yellow. It's a slightly different shade of yellow to the one we used for the others. And I'm just going to pop that in. It's quite plain, but I like it. Now we have our leaves to do, which is rather fun. I'm thinking we could go with some more sort of phthalo greens, bluey greens. We haven't really used any bluey greens yet, so I'm just going to grab at all of those and see what we can do. So I have grabbed my phthalo green, sharpened it, and I think I shall use this for these larger ones. And I'm going to try to intensify the colour a little on the base and then make it lighter towards the tip like that. I don't know how clear that is. Hopefully reasonably clear. Right, let's keep going. I was happy with that. I just wanted to have a look at it on camera to see how it looked. It's always hard because my camera screen is teeny tiny, but sometimes it just gives me a slightly different perspective on what's going on in the picture. It's very cold today. My phone says it's going to snow, but I don't know why, because the BBC weather says we're going to have no precipitation, 0% chance at all today. My parents live about 20 minutes from here. There's a hill between us and them, which can make a big difference weather-wise though. And their weather forecast says that, I'm going to use the chrome oxide green fiery. Their weather forecast says that they're going to have snow this week, that the weathermen can't tell exactly how far across the country the cloud's going to get, and they've got a risk of snow. So I don't know whether our hill is just going to stop it or quite what's happening. But anyway, I guess we'll find out. Unfortunately, trains do not like snow, and we have very little deep cobalt green. I'm going to use for these little ones up here. And we have very little ways to cope with snowy train tracks, you know. I think there are a few snowplow type trains, but they don't really have them down here. Maybe more up north in Scotland, maybe where they get lots more snow than us. I don't know, but you don't really hear of them. I'm going to use the dark phthalo green for the rest. I'm sharpening it, and can't speak. I'm also going to use this for the stems. So I'm going to do the stems first. While it's nice and sharp. Tempted to just do the leaves as well, but I'm not. Remembering my aim is to try and keep a neatish line. Now obviously I don't stay on the line perfectly, and that's a good thing, because if I was right on top of the line you might not see the green at all. But I try my best to stay on the line. It's a bit wibbly wobbly, but yeah. Now I'm going to do these petals. I'm going to try and make them a little darker at the bottom, but it's unlikely that I'll be able to achieve that. But we're nearly done with these. And then we will get out. Oh, we've got our little tie to do, and then we're going to get out a white pen and do a few details. I'm thinking that could be a mixture of pink and purple. Maybe the light red violet could be a good one. I'm not sure if we've used this before or not. Light red violet. I think it's quite I'm going to try and make it a little bit dark on each end for you, and a bit of shine in the middle. There we go. And now a white pen. So this is my Jelly Roll 8. And let's try and hold the page down for you. There we go. And for these little ones, I think I'm just going to put some dots around the centre. We'll see how that looks. I think I'm going to do some around the edge as well. You know, on each of these little petal blobs. Blobs is not the word. Shapes? Loops? Oh, it'll be a bit more of a relaxed morning tomorrow, as only one boy will be going out, and it's a bit of a price to pay. You know, like I get the day to myself today, which is nice, but rushing everyone out of the door first thing is quite stressful. Especially if you don't know if the trains are running. It's the trains that are the most stressful, not knowing if they're going to run. I'm going to put some dots around the circle, but yeah, it's coming home. I don't get so stressed because their dad can pick them up if necessary, and he's more chilled about picking them up in the evening than taking them in the morning. Gives them an excuse to leave work on time, early or on time. Right, there is our next little one done. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a really good, relaxed, chilled day and managed to get a bit of colouring done. Yeah, or something relaxing, something you enjoy. Try and take even 5 minutes, something good. Anyway, join me tomorrow for the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and happy colouring.